We are surrounded on all sides, above and below, within and without, by love, protection, divinity, and magic. The circle is cast, and so it is.
Hello, my name is Chelb. My pronouns, that was not a good shuffle, are they, them, and this is Phasecraft Collective, your weekly check-in with the cards, with the tarot, to get the vibe, see what's possible. That was better. See what's coming for the week ahead. If you don't know me, my beginning shuffle of the episode has become a thing, but I put on, if you're watching the video, congratulations, you get to see my so super cute Studio Ghibli ghost themed press-on nails that made it a little hard for me to get my good shuffle in. Okay, what can I say? There we go, we're getting used to it. But also, if you're watching, you are in freaking luck today, folks, because I have in my hands one of my personal, as a collector, holy grail tarot decks. This is the Hoi Polloi tarot deck that first came out in the 70s. This particular deck that I have in my hands is from 1973. It's in near perfect condition. I don't think it was ever used, which is so delightful. I've cleansed it thoroughly. I've been shuffling it here for about 5 minutes. So yes, I literally just got it in the mail today. I paid more for it than it's probably worth, but these have been going on eBay in brand new to new condition for $150 plus. I was able to get it for under $100, which is cool, which is why I've been wanting it for so long, because I've been waiting to be able to get it for less than a king's ransom. Anyway, enough about my super cool tarot deck. I've used the Moon Baby Tarot in this podcast, YouTube series, whatever, before, and the Moon Baby Tarot is a recolor of this deck. So that's why I got the Moon Baby Tarot, and I do really like that one for the colors, but this one has extremely bright, super retro coloring. It's really awesome. So we'll get into that shortly, but let's talk about why we're here, what we're doing. Quickly before we jump into the reading, Season of the Witch is upon us, y'all. Tomorrow is October 1st, which, first of all, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter on Substack, get subscribed. On October 1st, on the 1st of every month, I put out my tarot scopes, which is your little weekly horoscope based on each zodiac sign for your themes for the month. So those will be coming out tomorrow. Get on the list. Link will be in the episode description. Secondly, my Season of the Witch class series starts next Thursday, October 10th, with Witchcraft 101, finding your craft, figuring out how you can be a witch today. As soon as you leave that call, you'll be like, yes, I'm a witch, and let's make some magic. So October 10th, finding your craft. October 17th is altar and ritual, so learning how to build and tend to altars. We even make a virtual altar together in that class that you will receive afterwards. Then the week after that, we do the Spellcraft 101, creating custom spells, learning about common correspondences and how to even build a spell. And then we end on Halloween, on Samhain, with our group spell circle. I'm very excited about that. I have been I don't know if y'all have been watching Agatha all along, but there is this really fabulous song from the show Agatha All Along called The Witch's Road that I am playing with to make a little bit more personalized for our Samhain spell circle. So if you've been watching the show, we will be using that song in our ritual on Samhain. I inviting everyone to sing together, but you don't have to sing on mic or anything like that, but using the power of our voices to raise our magic, which is something that witches have been doing, which is something that witches have been doing for centuries. So anyway, Season of the Witch class series, I'm so excited. Again, link and info is in the description of this episode. You can come to any individual class for $25 each. They're all virtual. They're all over Zoom with replays available. Or you can sign up for all 4 and get 10% off. What a steal. So anyway, enough about that though. Let's get to the cards. And if you've been seeing me waving around my deck, we've got the 10 of Swords at the bottom. But we're going to reshuffle when it's time to actually do our reading. So that will not be the bottom of the deck unless it is once we actually get to it. Anyway, if this is your first time, we are going to take a few minutes together to breathe, to center, to set the container. So if you'd like, you can join me in closing your eyes or just letting your gaze settle down at your cheeks if that feels more accessible or aligned today or safe. You can let your eyes land somewhere else out in space as well. Excuse me. And just take a couple of breaths here, letting your shoulders rise and fall, your rib cage expand and soften. Become aware of wherever your body is making contact with the ground, whether it be your feet on the floor, your seat in a chair, your back on a bed. Just really feel into where your body is held by gravity, where you are anchored to this earth. And start to send your breath there, allowing the heat of each exhale to further strengthen this bond to the ground, keeping you grounded and centered. In this space, I'm going to call to the spirits and guardians of the elements, and as I name them, I invite you to imagine their essence, creating a circle or barrier of protection around you. You might pour a circle of salt, or maybe let a ring of stone or flowers or trees rise up from the ground. You might light a ring of fire, carve a moat of blue water, and put up a dome of air, a force field to keep out all unwanted and negative energy. You might do any combination of these or something else all together that helps you feel held and safe. I call to the spirits and guardians of the north of earth, of the deepest roots and the tallest trees, of the stardust that gives shape to this planet and to our bones. Hail and welcome. I call to the spirits and guardians of the east, of air, of wind and breath, of thought and change. Hail and welcome. I call to the spirits and guardians of the south, of fire, of the life-giving sun, the powers of creation and destruction, cleansing and renewal. Hail and welcome. And I call to the spirits and guardians of the west, of water, the oceans and our blood, the rivers and our sweat, the rain and our tears. Hail and welcome. We are surrounded on all sides, above and below, within and without, by love, protection, divinity, and magic. The circle is cast, and so it is. You can take a couple more breaths, and whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Wonderful. All right, let's do it. So, again, if this is your first time, so this is a collective reading. And what does that mean? It's a reading for the collective. It's a reading for the general energetic vibes of the week to come. The first week of October, the countdown to the witch's new year on Samhain, on Halloween. And because it's a collective reading, you might not vibe with every single thing that is said. And that's 100% okay. Okay, well, we're flying. Ugh. That was a big group. Yeah, I shuffle and let the cards just kind of fly out. And that's how we do things here at Phasecraft Collective. But yeah, you can just listen. You can take what feels right and take what lands and feels relevant. That one flipped over and then flipped back over, which I don't always take, but that felt necessary. But yeah, If it doesn't feel relevant today, it might feel relevant tomorrow. It might feel relevant next week. Time is not linear. So you could be getting this reading today and it might not even align for your stuff until, next year at this time. Or it might be a reading that falls in line with a past day or a past week. A past version of self. This is quite a few cards here, hoi polloi. Oh. And it's like, here's a few more. Oh, and some heavy hitters, too. Okay. All right, that's a lot. I'm going to have to quit, but any last cards for me here? Okay, it turned over 3 more. I'm going to call it here in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Wow. Lots of energy. Again, lots of heavy hitters. We've got a lot of major arcana cards coming out, which just means that the energy, to me, when we get a lot of majors in a reading, it really means that the energy is fairly open. Like, there's a lot of possibility with what is coming with the time period we're examining, because the majors really tend to focus on like bigger themes. They can absolutely speak to like the more minute day-to-day stuff, but they tend to be a bit more broad. So like this week that we have coming for us, I mean, right away, we started with, if I can get it off the table, the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. And then they were followed by the 3 of Wands. But anytime the 10 and the 4 come out together, it's a really, really good reminder that as we keep our eyes, like as we're building our future, right? The 10 of Pentacles is all about legacy, is all about building security and safety long term, building abundance that lasts, that is, again, stable and sustainable. And at the same time, we have to make sure that right now we are still letting ourselves experience. We are still letting ourselves enjoy and not get too, stingy, too scroogey with it. Even as you keep your eyes on the future that you want to create, remember that who you are now still deserves a little freedom, a little adventure, a little something more. So be careful of hanging on too tightly to your ideas of the future. Be careful of hanging on too tightly onto what you think you want and where you think you want to go. Because then you prevent yourself from having access to all the possibility that is available now. The future is like very much something to think about, but so is the present, right? And we're coming out of this eclipse season. We have our final eclipse on Wednesday, which is so like great for so many reasons. Did we get justice? No, we didn't. Because it's a solar eclipse in Libra. And the Hierophant came out with the Tower. And then we also got the Lovers and the Sun, which are like, whoa, that's a lot of cards. It is a lot of cards. Like I said, a lot of majors, a lot of heavy hitters. But the Hierophant and the Tower, the Hierophant opens us up to mystery, right? The Hierophant represents like institution and higher learning, but often higher learning in like the sense of ancestral learning, of messages from beyond, from the divine, of guidance from the beyond, the divine. And what this eclipse is really going to offer for you is to allow yourself to receive those messages so that you can figure out once and for all what needs to come down, what needs to be changed right now in this moment, what you can let go of to make way for what is next. Death was with this grouping too. So the Tower is all the things that we need to let go of, is the epiphanies, the realizations of what isn't working. And when the Tower comes crashing down, we can turn to the Hierophant into Death to guide us through this process of transformation and rebuilding. Death is not just, like letting things fall away and letting things die. It is also the composting. It is also the shifting of what has fallen away and using that as fertilizer for what is to come. The Lovers and the Sun. The Lovers is that harmony, is following the choices that align best with your heart, with your dreams, and with who you know yourself to be. The Sun, shining your brightest, leading with confidence, letting yourself believe in yourself, right? The Star is also here. So just more of that attitude of hope, of knowing that you are not only capable, but deserving. That luck is something that you can create for yourself. Yeah. That you don't have to wait for something to be handed to you. Four of Cups. You don't have to wait for something to be handed to you. All you have to do is look up and take it. The universe is opening possibility for you all the time. It is up to you to clear your focus, clear your vision enough so that you can see it and access it. And part of that is, again, believing that you deserve it, that you can have it, that you can make it. And okay, we're in the home stretch here. Like I said, lots happening. 10 of Wands, the Devil, the 3 of Swords. It is easy when we set our sights on new horizons, when we start working towards new and different and, maybe better goals. It is easy to get distracted, to take on too much too fast, and to lose sight of what it means to be embodied and enjoy the process. We can become addicted to the process. We can become obsessed with what we think we need, which just drives us back to that place, that 4 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles place of being so focused on the future that we cannot access what is happening in the present. And that is when we have to navigate hard feelings with the 3 of Swords. We have to navigate feelings of not having the life we thought we would, but recognizing that just because it's not what we thought doesn't mean it still can't be great. The Magician and the Empress. Just really driving home that fact, that attitude of you have the power to manifest, to create everything that you want to make for yourself. Now is this extremely fertile time for goals, for letting things change, for setting out on new journeys. If you want to make something, if you want to change something, do it now. Because the world is absolutely ready for it. Is absolutely ready for you. Cool. Okay, bottom of the deck. A Page of Swords. Get curious. Let yourself explore. Don't hold yourself back because of any preconceived ideas or notions about, again, what things are supposed to look like. Allow yourself to be curious, to change the game for yourself and for others, and see what is actually possible. Cool. All right. Wow. Yeah, truly an incredible reading. Thank you so much, New Tarot Deck, for leading the way with this. That was great. That was awesome. If you've got a reading with me this week, you will see this deck again because it's about to be a new fave. So anyway, let's go ahead and close out the space. The lighting has dramatically changed over the course of this recording if you're watching it live, because I'm like right near sunset almost. So, okay. If you'd like, you can join me in closing your eyes once more, or just letting your gaze land somewhere else out in space or down at your cheeks. You can take a few breaths, letting this reading, these messages land and settle. And reimagine any elemental barriers that you added to your space. Take one big breath in. As you exhale, send those elements back to where they came from, sinking back into the earth, or maybe dissipating back out into the air, opening the space and releasing the energy. I release the spirits and guardians of the west, the south, the east, the north, sending you back to your place in the natural order with praise and with gratitude. I release the energy of all those watching and listening, sending it back to them whole, complete, and intact. And take my energy back to myself, whole, complete, and intact. May we remain friends, though our energies are no longer crossed, corded, or tangled at all, starting now. Take a breath, feel your energy settle into all yours. The circle is open, and so it is. Cool. Wonderful, my friends. Well, that's it. That's the stuff. As I said at the beginning here, Season of the Witch starts next week. Don't wait. Act now. So this week will be your final chance to get 10% off. Once that first class happens, they're all just going to be individual $25. So if you like a discount, don't wait. Act now. But yeah, other than that, my books are open for readings. You can get your emailed reading, your 7-card tarot and oracle emailed reading. You can get a virtual reading over Zoom. I've got lots of time for October, so check out my calendar, see what you can see, get on my books, and otherwise, I will see you same time, same place. Well, maybe not the same time. I'm pretty inconsistent with what time I put these out, but same place, same day, next week. Have the best rest of your day.